that we can meet on this road to courage. I'm a magic man, reaching for the stars. You're a magic man, so be who you are.
Defensive magician technicians. I'm continuing on with my spree of classic electro swing bangers with Magic Man by Wolfgang Lohr, Jay Fitz, and Baldwin. Apologies if I butchered any of the pronunciations of your names, fine sirs. I am simply a big fan of your work, and when I heard this song, it utterly floored me, and I had to share it with someone else. Its place on my recommended playlist has long since been overdue. So, let's start off the evening report with some community news. I had recently entered into a new partnership with the Gunvald Corporation, where I promote their orders, report on their heroics, and post my broadcasts to their super Discord. They, made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Money. To that end, Gunvald has decided that their military assets are spread just a teensy bit too thin to deal with the squid problem. I mean, in the First Galactic War, they just seemed annoying, but now they graduated to terrifying. The Gunvald Corporation are currently hosting an outside recruiting drive, so if you like money, bonuses, benefits, bombs, and other things beginning with B that can be bought with said money, there is a link to their super Discord in the description below. Speaking of liking money, I have received a little bit of advanced intel that the Sentinel Defense Force has entered into a mutually beneficial partnership with the Merc Divers PMC. Basically, the SDF will give them money, and then the Mercs will turn alive bad guys into unalive bad guys. Specifically, Scourge Divers, who nobody seems to like. Everybody wins! Especially me, who was working on a super stock investment portfolio through some of the PMC stockbrokers. I shall be a starving artist no more, but rather an amply well-fed one with the body of a goddess, killer instincts, and questionable morals in regards to the treatment of alien life. To be fair, they are turning our people into zombies, so they get what they get. Speaking of which, I finally posted my entry into the EMTC's High Score Kill Tally Challenge with an especially good drop of 715 kills on a D10 dive. Nice. Remember guys, I like my payouts in those giant cloth sacks with the green dollar signs on the side. Though the East Meridian Transit Company is not faring well against this invasion, the RIB wasn't meant to be finished for another few weeks, and even then I doubt it was prepared for a full-scale alien invasion like this. I've been provided with a damage report here. E710 fuel reserves are critical with an estimated loss of 65% because of the invasion on Ilgina Prime and Liberty Ridge, with current reserves unable to sustain full operational capacity. As far as I can see, the supply lines are intact, but the Illuminate have completely fluffed the local supply until it became soft and pillowy for nap time. The transit company has burnt through 61 months of toll savings because of evacuations, reconstruction, RIB construction imports, and it just sort of goes on a bit from there, with reports of voteless swarming through perimeter defenses, attacking settlements, not to mention the outrageous unfairness that is the act of trying to fight the Illuminate in space. Point is, the EMTC got hit hard by this campaign, and their super Discord is also linked in the description below if you want to enter into some joint ops with them, give out a helping hand, or shell out some humanitarian donations. Really, anything would help at this point. I really do hope that we get a breather from this soon, and advise all Helldiver outfits listening to this broadcast to engage in a bug hunt to fill your strategic E710 reserves up to the TP job. And if you don't have a reserve, get one. This is gonna get a lot worse before it gets better, and there's no space AAA out here on the fringes. Now, the galactic news and sweet liberty. There is a lot to cover. Earlier today, the fights for Pherkad and Alafar Earth armed forces, with the Illuminate being completely decimated. At last tally, squid losses were measured in the millions, which does make me smile, yes. Ever since then, it has been a cataclysmic cat storm, flailing about the galaxy with Hort, Afoyay Bay, Herthon Secundus, and Zefia currently being invaded by the Illuminate. In response to the repeated invasions of the Regal sector, Chaos Diver Radical had this to say: "Please end my misery." No, that's not me saying that. He actually did say that. "Comrades, it is I again. I know they are back, but we can't give them the indication that we have grown complacent, especially now that Operation Homemaker is near completion. Go defend our sector once more against the squid menace." Yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. You remember when the Southern Galactic Quadrant used to be a quiet place, barring the occasional Ministry of Truth raid, or that one time I tried to kill you last summer? I also remember when the automatons were banished from the galaxy, Terminus were on the ropes, and we were actually winning the Galactic War instead of whatever this is. So, nobody is getting what they want today. Except for me. What? Super rule of good economics number 34. War is good for business. Bringing up the rear tonight is a small mention from within the TQZ. Sirius is slowly edging its way out of the no-change category and is exporting E-710 to the various Helldiver outfits engaged in combat with the Illuminate, but not nearly at a high enough rate to supply for everybody. Even the Bringer of Mercy's tanks are starting to run a little on the low side. This has the potential to turn into a logistical disaster, so I really do hope we'll catch that break soon. Fortunately, Operation Democracy Delivered ends tomorrow, but it will be with a failure. Even if the night crew managed to pull off a miracle and win every single Illuminate fight on the map, we would still be too shy of our goals, so we might have to take the loss on this one. Nope, the Illuminate just ported out of both Hort and Zefia fully loaded with captive citizens. So, yeah, things just suck really hard right now. That's been Liberty Slavish with me, Pondera the Radio Angel. Normally I'd have some words of wisdom for you Helldivers, but the Chaos Divers and the EMTC just got the living heck beaten out of them. The Liberation Fleet is running around putting out fires and saving who they can. The Liberty Nexus is totally fine. Even the Freedom Alliance is struggling to deal with these jerks these days, and I fear that we're on the verge of something really bad. I really don't want to see what comes out of that wormhole once the squids finish whatever it is that they're doing. And it looks like they're almost done. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.